Take a moment and follow me as we bring you closer to the people. My name is Uyai Anyekan, and this is Reach Out. Welcome to this week's edition of Reach Out, a 30-minute documentary program brought to you by Spectrum Television, Planet Radio, and Tangsio FM. Reach Out is a community-based program targeted at bringing light to communities, touchlighting on the infrastructural developments available in these locales. We go from community to community, talking about the needs available in these communities. Of course, we also encourage people who have done relevant things, helping their community to move forward, to also communicate with us, to bring their stories to limelight. This week, we are in Ikot Onono village in Odoro Clan, Ward 1 of Ika local government area in Akwa Ibom State, a community primarily constituted by 6 families. I'm standing right in front of the village square. We'll be bringing you conversations and interviews from members of the cabinet and from members of this community to bring to you the plight of people living in this part of Ika local government area. My name is Uyai Anyekan. Thanks and welcome.
This is a community that was instituted some very many years back and situated at the base or the boundary that links Ika local government area of Akwa Ibom State and Okwa East local government area of Abia State. Yet, the area is bereft of a lot of developmental strides and is begging for development. We are also having, problems of most especially road network. You can see the road that is constructed right now. The road has been constructed and has not been completed. The contractors abandoned the site, and some of the if you could look at the other side of the road, you could see that is one of the equipments that had been long abandoned. It's just there. And there are other equipments like that. Since the stone base was poured on the road, we are yet to see the contractors on site, and the people of Ikorono have suffered a whole lot. Trying to assess the either the markets where they sell their goods, or try to assess other communities.
If you look on the road has been abandoned by Kusel Company Nigeria Limited. The contractor has been abandoned it after pouring this stone base. And this stone base, we have a very big problem with the stone base. Our people cannot walk on it. Our bicycle puncture. Because here in our local area, here in the village here, our women use bicycle in order to go to farm, in order to go to market and other sub places. Those who have motorcycles have been worried. The road started to puncture our motorcycles. Then we are only pleaded for government to come to our aid, to advise Kusel Company to come and finish up the job here in our community. It's more than 30 years now, 20 to 30 years now. We don't know what is right unless we go to tank. That is where we can experience electricity. Our children who are about 18 years or 15 years or thereabout that born into this village now, they don't know what is electricity. So we are pleaded for government. If you can see the light, if you can see the cable is just passing through. It doesn't function at anywhere. This is our women coming back from our market. You can see with them with bicycle. All this bicycle has been punctured every day by this stone base, which has been poured by Kusel Company Nigeria Limited. We don't have hospital here. If you look around here, even if somebody wants to die around midnight, if you don't take that person to town, that person may easily die on the road. So we are pleading for government to come to our aid to give us a good road network, electricity, hospital, which is life. And we don't have water. We don't have water here. Most of our people here, they don't have money to go and drill borehole.
What we are specifically lacking is a primary school. We are not talking of secondary school. We don't have one government secondary school. We don't even have a primary school. So at least I will want the media crew of this Spectrum Television to use this platform in order to help this community for a secondary school, at least one or two. Additionally, I want to say that we have about 15 kilometers roads here linking Abia State here, and we need government assistance for agriculture. If the government can help us, the local dwellers here, with good roads, and therefore provisions of fertilizers and the rest of all those allied products, we will have abundant food to eat for us here and the state generally.
Basic infrastructures like school, hospitals, road network are the needs of every local government and every community of a state or a nation. We have been hearing the people of the local government area express their need for roads, for electricity, for pipe-borne water, and even for schools. We are in the 21st century and it's still alarming that some communities do not have the coverage or feel the presence of government or the presence of governance, even after every dispensation and every administration. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we will bring you the rest of the conversations from our reach outs at Ika local government area. Would also like to encourage you, if you have done anything worthwhile for your community, would also like for you to reach out to us through the phone lines on your screen. Call us and we'll do well to communicate your works in your local community for the rest of the world to see. We'd also like to encourage members of communities who have these kinds of issues to also feel free. Call us on the phone lines on your screen, send us a text message, and your community could be the next. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, Reach Out continues.
Every day, we bring you up-to-date information on topical issues affecting the common Nigerian.
From issues on politics,
Hello, Nigeria. I remain committed.
security,
Education, health,
lifestyle, and so much more. Join Janice Kobum and Uyai Anyeken
every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Rise and Shine Daily, exclusive on Spectrum Television.
One truth not often told is about the transformation that Africa has undergone in recent decades. Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture the African way, laced with truth, detail, and the color of the African continent. Join Uyai Anyekan every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Spotlight Africa, telling the African story.
Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Akwa Ibom. Our communities should have a voice. Our communities should be seen, heard, and helped. Take a moment and follow me as we bring you closer to the people. My name is Uyai Anyekan, and this is Reach Out. Welcome back. This is still Reach Out, and we are still in Ikot Odoro village in Ika local government area. We are bringing you the plight of people living in this community as regards basic amenities and developmental strides by the state government. We'll continue hearing from members of this community of things happening. Of course, do not forget that your community could be the next to be reached if you just call us on the phone lines now on your screen. If you have also done anything worthy of being communicated to the rest of the world in your local government or in your community, please feel free to call us on the phone lines. We get back to hear from the people of Ikodoro village in Ika local government area.
Possible one you may near Fana. Adam Bo number one, I do song. I mark a very one, you know, put on him. They will get contractor, you go song, you go song. Keep on Campanamanaba, was on Yamana, but again, we gain Yam Panakin up on tractor. Therefore, who's on me a give in Maba. But since then, let it go and finish with you getting up contractor, you get that contractor, you will get brave block motor, you won't say what a car, one put it to some men or so was an American campaign, so give you to Palamanula. Maybe don't quite tell you, go. You can create a more later. And what from what I got a ranta. What's the matter with me? My some me. You can get on and also. Was on Megano. So since then, put anything can I bet you saw me what I go soon. I will go to Mego from Itake away to Zimini. According to them, I'm getting. You can get to the song and get all the stone best and metro, white metro. I know quite I made them bomb me bow, you know, me met at I be up on agua. I be a machine ago. The last time what a machine make, I began the Aussie been the organ quite a make work. I can condemn my two machine me. I'm born one more. At the master getting here, you know. At the parent, did I get good? I'm going to one that is here. I'm quite good. They want you something maybe. So, meanwhile, one on you, Bango run of before it, you can the Ganania communication member. Then second Korean song come back is seeing no good from Karam, Boro, or become call radio the money in Kufo. Akala could say tank radio, so might me good. I can make you good. You guys watch out in 5 years now. Young Puti can't get away from me. I'm man a government, I don't more. You know, say no busy, you can your monetary team made it. You know, it's an lady no Richard. By it and do get you don't get on me so once. If you have young moment, because it reminds you, you will get it will go like them for good. I think the good and color. So you get a mass and so on go continue. I know some Koreans on that.
The electricity situation in this place is quite enigmatic in the sense that there are a lot of complexities surrounding it. By that I mean, the federal government has a responsibility, the state government has a responsibility, and the local government has a responsibility, you know, towards ensuring the fact that they could join hands together to connect these communities to the national grid. You know, but you discover the fact that nobody is interested. None of the arms of government, none of the paraphernalia of government in any of the levels is interested, you know, in trying to bring solution to the problems of power supply in the community. The poles you are seeing, and of course the cables you are seeing are just they're fanciful. They are not working. They're not working. You know, for it's been those cables have been for about 20 years now, 22 years now, or thereabout, and we have never experienced what is called power supply in this part of the world. So it's a problem. We don't even, let alone talking about power being epileptic here. I am sure a typical Ikorono child will not really understand what NEPA is, except those ones that are there in the city, you know, that have really gotten some level of urbanization. Maybe they've seen it up there in the city, but there is none here. And of course, in fact, Ika as a whole has had the problem of power supply, you know, for some time, for a long time. In fact, since the inception of this community, there has not been electricity. That is the challenge, the major challenge we are having here. Azumini Road, this one now that links this community to the neighboring community, which is Abia State. Azumini, precisely in Abia State. You see, like we said, the road has been abandoned. The road has not been completed. Government at the state level may have had some good intentions. They may have had some good intentions, but you discover the fact that the contractors are not really trying. You know, they have messed up the road. cutting away the equipments that were used to construct this road, and people are dying, slowly dying, as a result of the dust that is coming out, and of course the granite that are leveled on the road. So it's a problem. It's a problem. We are really crying and becoming on government, to especially our Bible State government led by our dear governor, His Excellency the Konodo Emmanuel, to come into the aid of this community and ensure that this road project has been completed. That has really been it. And again, we are also calling on relevant communication agencies like the MTN Nigeria, Glo Nigeria, Airtel Nigeria, to please come in and mount their masks. Of course, the community is very safe. As you can see, the youth are up and doing. But if government could bring facilities, because we don't even have government presence here, as a matter of fact. So if government could bring in government facilities to situate here, the youth, which I am a member of the village council, which I know very well, will protect the facilities that have been instituted by government or corporate organizations. So that has really been it. Thank you so very much.
We've been bringing you the plight of people living in Ikot Onono village in Ika local government area, having brought the stories of the lack of infrastructure, covering road network, the lack of a hospital. This community has not had light in over 25 years. They do not have a primary school in their own village and have to travel to communities for their children to be able to go to school. Several developmental and infrastructural needs being done in this community. Of course, we've heard members of the community and even the council members ask the state government to come in and help them provide the basic amenities that they need as a community in Akwa Ibom State. We'd also like to remind you that if you're a person who have done something worthy of note in your community, feel free to call us on the phone lines on your screen and we can come to your community and touch light on these good deeds. If you also are in a community that has infrastructural needs, we'd like to encourage you to also call us on the phone lines on the screen, send us a text message, and your community could be the next. This is everything we can bring you on this week's episode of Reach Out. My name is Uyai Anyeke. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms, all of which you can find on SpectrumTv.ng. Thanks for watching.
Every day, we bring you up-to-date information on topical issues affecting the common Nigerian.
From issues on politics,
Hello, Nigeria. I remain committed.
security,
Education, health,
lifestyle, and so much more. Join Janice Kobum and Uyai Anyeke
every weekday from